Hello and welcome to this Compliance Program Setup webinar. Today we are going to go through a compliance program setup so that you can have the tools that you need in order to manage your HCP compliance program. The first thing that we want to talk about is healthcare compliance pros and how they manage your entire compliance cycle. So one of the things that makes HCP unique is that we do help manage your entire compliance cycle. Training is one of the most important parts of the program, but HCP offers so much more than just training. So first, we create a platform for your employees to be trained on the federally regulated compliance laws, but also on the policies and procedures that are specific to your practice. Once you are ready, we'll implement the compliance program by rolling out that training to your employees. And then throughout the year, we will help you to maintain your compliance by assigning certain assessments, sending email updates with pertinent compliance information, and just checking on your account regularly. We will provide you with semi-annual reviews that outline your practice's compliance performance and just be in touch with you, check your account, make sure everything is running smoothly and that all of your needs are being met. With your subscription to Healthcare Compliance Pros, you get our core compliance program, which includes HIPAA training, corporate compliance training, OSHA training, and then HR training. But the most important thing that I want to draw your attention to is the year-round support from your compliance specialist. So you will be assigned a client relations specialist, and that person is available to you year-round to answer any questions you may have, whether they're compliance-related, website-related, anything that we can do to help make compliance easier for you is what we want to do. So you do get that year-round support. In addition to your client relations specialist, you also have an account manager who can help you with any billing questions, adding features to your account, anything like that. But we also have an entire team here that is just here to make compliance easier for you. We've got research and development. We have a legal team. We have compliance specialists. We have just an entire team here ready and willing to help make compliance easier for you. So anytime you have a question, please don't hesitate to contact us either by email or by telephone. We're here to help, and that's what we want to do. Today what we're going to accomplish is we want to go over the HCP website and make sure that you know all of the tools and features that are available for you. We want to make sure that your training and account features are set up to meet your needs. So we'll show you how to do that. We'll briefly discuss some of the additional services that HCP offers so that in the future, if you're ever needing some additional tools in order to help with your compliance, you know what we have available to help you with. And then if there's any steps that need to be done prior to the training rolling out to your employees, we'll make sure that we're all on the same page with that. So with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the website. And you now should see the Healthcare Compliance Pros website. One of the great things about HCP is that there's nothing to download ever. So you will log in to your account by going to healthcarecompliancepros.com. You will use your email address and then a default password. If you specified a password when you provided us with your employee spreadsheet, that will be the default password. If you did not specify a password, then we have defaulted it to the word welcome, and that's all lowercase. So again, to log in, healthcarecompliancepros.com, you will select Client Login, and you'll enter your email address and the default password. Once you log in, you can go to your profile here and change your password if needed. But it's very easy to log in. Again, your employees can access their training from any computer with an internet connection. There is no need to download anything ever. So you'll see today that I am logged into this demo account, and this account basically has all of the features that you will have as the account administrator. Everything you see today is what you will see as an account administrator. It is not what the standard employee will see when they log in. So just keep in mind that this is kind of the back end of things, the administrative side of things, and that's what you'll be seeing today. You'll also see these question marks here throughout the website. And these question marks are links to video tutorials. So if you're ever in the website and have a question, go ahead and click on this link and it will direct you right to the video tutorial that pertains to that page. So if you're on the modules page, it's going to be a video on editing and customizing your modules. If you're on the employees page, it's going to be a video on adding and removing employees and maintaining their profiles. So just keep in mind that these are here as a resource to you to give you a more in-depth look at the website. Anywhere we go throughout the website, if you click on your name at the top of the screen, it will bring you back to this home page. And you'll see here that the website is divided into two sections. You have the accounts section and you have the offices section. Let me give just a little bit of background on why the website is set up this way. If you have an account that's a little bit larger or that you want to divide up the management of, then this will be perfect for you. What you would do is have your account, your name, your main account would be here, and anything that you do at the account level filters down into all of these offices. Now, the account level is where you would manage your customization of your modules. It's where you would manage your billing. It's where you can access reports for all of your employees, things like that. Now, the offices are different. Anything you do within an office stays within that office. So if you make edits to modules within an office, only the employees that are assigned to that office will be able to see those edits. This comes in handy if you have multiple locations or if you have a practice that you want to divide up into disciplines or departments. Some of our clients will divide them, the front desk has their own office, the clinical staff has their own office, the providers have their own office, and that way they can customize those training modules with the information that's specific to those employees. So that is why the account is set up that way. So you'll hear a lot of us talking about going to the account level or the office level, and that's what that means. We're going to start today by going to the account level. So I'm just going to click on the name of your account right here, and it will take us into the account page defaulting at all of the modules. So these are all of the modules that are assigned to this account. When you log into your account, you'll see all of the modules assigned to your account. Typically, that will be the core modules: HIPAA, privacy, HIPAA security, OSHA, corporate compliance, and HR. Unless you have subscribed to additional modules, those will be the 5 modules available in your account. Now, if your account has not been customized, you will see a red setup next to any courses that have slides that need some customization. Each one of our courses contains all of the federally required information for your employees to train on and be compliant. But some of those slides do need a little bit of additional information that's specific to your practice. So if you have sent us the organization questionnaire, we have already customized your slides. And if you don't see the red setup next to a course, that means it is customized and that it's ready to be trained on. If you have not sent us that questionnaire and you're working on customizing your modules yourself, then you will use the red setup to take you through a setup wizard. Basically, clicking on that setup, it will take you through each slide that requires additional information. So here in our HIPAA for Business Associates course, you'll see it's asking for a HIPAA privacy compliance officer. To enter this information, I would just type it in to the text box right here. I would probably put the phone number and an email address. These buttons here will change the color of the text, and the black B bolds your text. We encourage you to change the color and bold it just because it makes that information pop a little bit as your employees take their training. It draws their eyes to the information that's specific to your practice. Now from here, if I continue on, it will take me to the next slide that is asking for information. So that's how the setup wizard will work for you. Once you have completed the setup of your slides, of your modules, I want to show you what the slide deck looks like. So if I click on a module, here I've clicked on the OSHA module, you will see that it opens up the slide deck with all of the slides within this course. These gray boxes next to each slide that are empty indicate that this slide has no additional information other than what HCP has provided and maintains. If there is a green check mark within a box, then that means you have added additional information specific to your practice. So that is a slide that you need to maintain. We maintain the core information, but you do need to maintain the specific information that has been added. So once a year, we recommend you go through and update your policies and procedures. The way you would do that is to go through here and check all of these slides with the green check marks to ensure that the information is accurate and up to date. Of course, if you have any change in your staff, a change in your compliance officers, you would need to make those changes at that time as well. And to make a change, you simply click on the slide, change the information in the text box, and save your settings, and that will update the information. Now, if you see a box that is red, that indicates a slide that needs additional information that has not been customized yet. So again, you would just click on that slide, type in your information. You can change the color and bold it and save your settings. And that is how you will edit your training modules and add customization. So what I want you to come away with today is that these training modules include all of the federally regulated compliance information, and HCP manages that information and maintains it. We make updates continually anytime there is a change in the law. In addition, you can add information to any slide. So if you have a policy that is more in-depth than what the government requires, you can add that information to a slide. So while you cannot change the core content of any slide, you can add any additional information to any slide. And once you do add information, you would see a green check mark within the gray box. You may also add new slides. So a lot of our clients use that in our HR course. If you have a policy that's not covered in our HR course or in any training module, you may add a new slide. So to do that, you would just click on New and create a title for your slide. You would then type in your policy, and you can use these buttons here to change the text, bold it. You can add a hyperlink, anything you need to do to edit the text, and then you'll want to save it. Here at the settings, you can select where you would like the slide to fall within the course and save. You can add a video if you have a training video that you'd like your employees to view. You can add an image that relates to the information, and then the slide will be created for you. Once you go back to your slide deck, you would see that slide is designated with a blue N in the gray box right here. to delete any new slide, you would simply click delete and then say OK. So it's very easy to customize these training modules, and that's what I want you to come away with today, is that while these modules include everything you need in order to be compliant with your training, you can customize these to fit your needs as much as you would like. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on. Here you will see a series of tabs. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory. The logo, if you have a logo for your practice, you can upload that here if we haven't already done that for you. The Forms Manager, we'll talk about this in a moment, but if you have documents that you would like to upload and house virtually within your HCP account, you can do that here. You just click Create a New Form and walk through the steps. And then I'll show you in a moment where those forms are located after you upload them. This is again where you would manage your billing. If you have any billing issues, you can see your account billing here. Now, at the account level, the Employees tab gives you an overview of all of the employees in your account. So it's not really where you'll manage your employees, but you can come here to view all of the employees that are in your account. Now, the Reminders Hub is something I do want to talk about. There are a couple of different emails that will be going out to you as the administrator of the account and to your employees. The first one is this Office Admin Training Report, and this is set to go out on a monthly basis, and it looks like this. It just tells you a list of all of your employees and the trainings that they have past due. So as you begin training, this list will get smaller and smaller, but it's just for your information so that if you have an employee who needs a little extra nudge to get their training done, maybe they need a verbal reminder or some email reminders from you, you can see that all right here on a monthly basis with this report. The other email that goes out to your employees is our training repeat reminder. Your training reminder looks like this. It says, hello, it's time to take your HIPAA training or whatever training you have due, and advises you to sign in and take that training. There is a hyperlink within these emails. This hyperlink will take you directly into your training. So as your employees receive these emails, they do not need to remember their email address or password. They can just click this hyperlink and it will log them right into their training. This is especially helpful in a year from now when trainings are due again and nobody remembers how to log in. So it saves you some work. They won't have to come to you for a password reset. They can just log in by clicking this hyperlink. These hyperlinks are connected to their email address, so they cannot forward these emails or click on someone else's hyperlink to take their training. They have to do it from their email. The way that the Reminders Hub works is that these emails are sent to go out on a monthly basis, but they will only go out to the employees who have the training due. So if all of your employees complete their training within 1 month, they will not receive an email reminder the next month. They will not receive a reminder until 12 months from their completion date when the training is due again. Now, if a month goes by and they have not completed their training, then they will receive an email. So these emails go out on a monthly basis as long as there is training due. But once the training is complete, they essentially go to sleep and you won't receive any more emails until training becomes due again. All right, the next tab I want to discuss is the Reporting tab. Now here at the Reporting tab, you can access different reports based on your training history. You can select a time frame, select a specific training. You can select a specific access level if you want to see how are all of your providers doing on training. You can just select all of your providers. You can view check marks, or you can actually view dates, so you can see the dates that it was completed. And you can download these reports into a spreadsheet to print. You also have the Deleted tab here. Any employees that you have that may no longer be with you, that have been terminated, if they have any training history, that will be archived here in this deleted tab for the life of your account. So you will always be able to access their training history even if they're no longer an active employee with your practice. And then I just want to quickly show you our course library. In addition to our standard compliance courses, we do have an entire course library with nearly 30 additional training modules. You can preview any of these modules, and if you're interested in adding any of them to your account, just send in a request, and your account manager will reach out to you to let you know what it would look like to add that to your subscription. So just know that there are additional trainings available besides the core compliance trainings. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on your name to go back to the home page, and we're going to go into the office. And you'll see the office main page looks a little bit different. It defaults to this dashboard. Here at the dashboard, you have a request help section. You can type in any question you may have, whether it's website related, maybe you had a needle stick and you need to know the steps that need to be taken. Anything that you have a question on, you can type it here and submit it, and it will go directly to our support team. Our support team answers these questions very quickly, usually within an hour or two. Unless it's a compliance question that needs to be researched, it may take up to 24 hours. But this is a great tool if you're in the account and have a question while you're right in here, or if your client relations specialist is out of the office, you always have access to our support team here. I'm going to start by going to the Employees tab. Now again, I do want to just quickly mention you will see some of the same tabs here at the office level, but keep in mind if you make any changes to a tab here at the office level, it only affects the particular office that you're in. It does not affect any of the other offices. I'm going to go to your Employees tab. This is where you will manage your employees. You'll see a list of all of your current active employees, and these gray boxes indicate the trainings that have been assigned to any particular employee. Once they complete the training, there will be a check mark in the box. To add a new employee, you would just click this Create New Employee button. You would type in the first and last name, an email address, any of this optional information. Give them a default password and their access level. You can subscribe or unsubscribe them to our weekly newsletter and save that. Once you save that, you will be taken to a screen that looks like this. And this is where you will add the training. So if you see courses that you need to assign to that employee, you would click the plus sign, and that will add that training to this employee's profile. To remove a training, you would click the minus sign. So that is how you add and remove training. Now, once you have your employees all their training assigned and everything, this is where you will manage their profiles as well. So you would just click on the employee name and go to the Profile tab. This is where you could change a last name if they were married and had a name change. Maybe they went from a personal email to a corporate email. You could update that here. If they've gained new management responsibilities, you can change their access level. This is where you'll manage all of their profile information. This is also where you would delete an employee who is no longer with your practice. And again, keep in mind, any training history associated with that employee will be archived within your reports for the life of your account. So the Password tab is where you will go to update a password. If you need to reset a password for an employee, you would do that here at the password tab for them. And that is basically how you'll manage your employees. It's very user-friendly. Again, you do have the video tutorial associated with editing and employee profiles and things like that, so feel free to watch that if you need more information. But it is fairly user-friendly. The next tab I'm going to go to is the My Training tab. Now you'll see here a list of the training modules that are assigned to your particular profile. This is the screen that your employees see when they log in. They don't have all of these other options up here. They just default to the My Training tab, which is their home page. This is also where you will go to take your training as the administrator. You'll want to make sure that you're in the My Training tab so that you get credit for taking your training. Your employees also have access to our support team. They have this Request Help button. They can type in their question and submit it. If they're having difficulties printing their certificate of completion or need to reset their password and can't figure out how, they can request help, and someone from our support team will reach out to them and make sure we get them squared away. To begin a training, you just click Start Course, and you will go through your training. If you are unable to complete a training all in one sitting, you just need to close out of the training, and the system will bookmark where you left off. So when you come back, you'll be right where you left off. Now keep in mind, each of these courses does have an approximate completion time. That is a very generous completion time. It's based on a 5th or 6th grade reading level, allowing more than 1 minute per slide. So just keep in mind that is a very generous time. It should not take that long for the average employee to complete these trainings. Once a training is complete, you will have some different options here. You will see a date of completion. You will have a link to print a certificate of completion. Those don't need to be printed. They are archived here for the life of your account, so you can always access those, but it is available if needed. And then instead of Start Course or Continue Course, you will have the option to retake or review the course. The reason for this is that even though the training is only due once every 12 months, you have access to the training throughout the year. So a time that you may use this is if you had a breach occur in your practice. You may require that employee that was involved in the breach to retake their HIPAA training as part of your mitigation steps. And that's something that's available to you. If they retake their training, it will actually reset their date stamp and it won't be due again for 12 months from the new date. If they just review the training, it does not reset the date stamp. It simply goes through and reviews the policies and procedures. All right, on to the Forms tab. This is a great tool available for you. We have a variety of sample forms and documents here. You can search by keyword or category. We have everything from bring your own device policy to a performance evaluation for an employee. We have missed appointment letters that you may use to send to a patient who has missed multiple appointments. We have a variety of forms here. These are all downloadable. They download into a Word document. You can customize them and edit them as you need, print them on your letterhead. Anything that you need to do with those, you may. They're here for you to help. They're a great foundation if you are building a particular document. This is also where you can upload your own forms, or where you will find your own forms that you may have uploaded. So again, back at the account level, we saw the Forms Manager where you could upload existing forms that you have for your practice that you want to store virtually within your compliance account. So once you upload those documents, this is where you would find them, is at the Forms tab, and the category would be under My Forms. And this is where you will see documents that you have uploaded that are specific to your practice. All right, another tool that is available for you is our reference guide. It's a searchable guide. You can select your topic and type in a keyword, and the guide will pull up everywhere where we have talked about that particular item. So if you were to search safety data sheets, for example, you could click on any of these headers and it will take you right to the area in the reference guide that discusses safety data sheets. So this is a great tool to provide you with some very quick compliance answers if you have questions. Just keep in mind this tool is here for you. We're constantly updating it and adding more to it. So just keep in mind that, that this is available for you. All right, so assessments are also housed here at the office. We have a couple of assessments that we recommend you complete. The security risk analysis needs to be completed on an annual basis. If you participate in meaningful use, this does meet the requirements for completing a security risk analysis. This is a very user-friendly SRA. If you've completed other SRAs in the past, I believe going through this, you will see that this is a very user-friendly document. You go through here and it provides you with a brief tutorial on what the laws or federal regulations are, asks you a question, and gives you an area to document your answer. Now, you'll see once you complete a question, you will be given an automated risk probability level. So this just helps you to know that there are certain areas that you may need to strengthen or change your policies. Again, it's automated, so it's not actually an exact science, but it is an automated risk probability just as a tool for you. Once you complete this SRA, you can submit the report, and it will be archived for you here within your account. Once you submit the report, it is also reviewed quickly by a HIPAA specialist, and they will reach out to you to see if you have any questions or need further services. But again, this is a self-guided security risk analysis that's provided with your subscription to our core compliance program. We also have the OSHA Hazard Risk Assessment. This is, again, a self-guided assessment, provides an automated risk probability level, and it's asking what kinds of personal protective equipment you use in different scenarios. So you would just select what you use in your cleaning treatment areas. If you have additional comments, enter them here. If it's a procedure that does not apply to your practice, then you can select not applicable right here. And again, once this is complete, you will save it and finalize it, submit the report, and it will be archived here for you for the life of your account. All right, the last thing that I want to show you here in the website is the forum. We send out weekly newsletters. We call it our Compliance Insider. Has really valuable information, website tips, the information for the webinars we host, and just different articles with pertinent compliance information, things that are going on in the compliance world. All of those articles are archived here in our forum. So you can always come back and search for a past article that you have seen through your email, or you can search a topic and find old articles that we have published. So just know that this is another feature available for you. That basically wraps up our overview of the account. Again, it's a very user-friendly website. Once you get in here and start working through some things and looking at different things, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your compliance specialist. They're happy to help you. That's our job, is to make compliance easier for you. And so we want this to be a very smooth and easy process. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. All right, I'm quickly going to go over some of the additional services that we offer. Everything we just talked about in the website is included with your subscription to our core compliance program. But as you go through and begin utilizing our program, you may find that there are other things that we could be doing for you that would help make your job easier. So we do offer some additional services. We offer our HIPAA Plus service where you have an enhanced SRA. That's the same self-guided security risk analysis, only when you have HIPAA Plus, one of our HIPAA specialists will actually provide you with a summary and a corrective action plan each year. It also includes a HIPAA virtual walkthrough where you basically become the HIPAA auditor and you walk through your practice looking for different things. It directs you exactly to what you're looking for. Is there PHI face up on a desk where other customers could see it? Is there filing cabinets that are not locked at night? Things like that. It's going to basically put you in the shoes of a HIPAA auditor and help to identify areas where you may need to strengthen your security. Also included with HIPAA Plus is our breach determination and mitigation. You then have access to a breach log where you can document all of your suspected or confirmed breaches and your mitigation steps. And then you also have access to a HIPAA specialist if you need assistance with determining if it was a breach and what your mitigation steps need to be. With our OSHA Plus service, you have access to our online safety data sheet binder, which is a virtual storage of what you may already have in a 3-ring binder somewhere in your office. All of those hazardous chemicals that are used in your practice have safety data sheets, and you are required to keep all of those safety data sheets somewhere accessible to your employees so that if there was a spill or if they are using those chemicals, they know what protective equipment they need to use. Right now, everything is moving from material safety data sheets to the globally harmonized system, which is safety data sheets. So they have 16 specific categories or specific sections that have to each discuss a specific item with that chemical in mind. And it's just the globally harmonized system is designed to help streamline and make each of these safety data sheets more familiar and similar so that they look similar and you can find exactly what you need. Healthcare Compliance Pros will do the updating for you. We are systematically updating our database. We have thousands of safety data sheets in our database, and we're systematically updating those to the globally harmonized system as the manufacturers provide the updated safety data sheets. And then all of that can be stored in a virtual binder within your account, accessible to all of your employees. The OSHA Plus service also includes the OSHA SelfInspection, which is very similar to the HIPAA walkthrough. It is where you basically become an OSHA inspector and you walk through your practice looking for things like top-heavy filing cabinets, tripping hazards, things like that would be OSHA concerns. We also have our Corporate Plus service, and with this service, you would receive our OIG exclusion list where Healthcare Compliance Pros will actually check all of your employees and your business associates and vendors against the OIG list of excluded individuals and entities on a monthly basis. It also gives you some storage within your HCP account to log all of your business associates or vendors, and you can upload any of your business associate agreements or confidentiality agreements. And then it also includes medical assistant credentialing, which meets the new CMS requirements for any of your medical assistants that maybe have let their certifications lapse and need to be credentialed in order to continue performing in the capacity of a medical assistant. Our HR Plus service includes an employee virtual binder, which again is a virtual storage for something you may have in a filing cabinet right now. It gives you an area to create specific reminders for employees. Maybe CPR certification is due, or it's time for your employee review, things like that. You can create employee-specific reminders. You can create notes that are visible to the administration of your practice. And then it includes document storage to upload past performance reviews or those certifications, CPR certifications, TB testing documents, all of those things you can upload, and it's housed virtually for you. HR Plus also includes our entire course library. So we briefly discussed how we have additional courses or courses in addition to our core compliance courses. And with HR Plus, you have access to that entire course library and can add any of those trainings at any time for your employees. And included in that is the core courses with CME credits. So if you have providers who need the continuing medical education credits, they can take our core courses that are tested that include the CME credits. We also have our meaningful use services that are just rolling out here from HCP. So if you are participating in meaningful use and need some assistance, mock audits, help with your attesting, all of those things, Healthcare Compliance Pros can help you with that. So keep that in mind. All right, what are the next steps? The next steps that you will need to complete before this compliance program is ready to go is simply to review your program, training, and complete your customization. So again, if you've provided us with the organization questionnaire, then we have customized your modules for you. If you need to complete your customization, you can go through the red setups, click on the red setups, and it will walk you through the wizard to complete your customization. Once all of your customization is complete, we recommend you go to the My Training tab and take your training prior to rolling it out to your employees. This just helps you catch anything that maybe was input incorrectly. Maybe we got an email address for your HIPAA compliance officer wrong or something like that. That way you'll catch that before your employees go through and take their training. It also helps so that when your employees come to you with questions, you have an idea of what they're talking about because you've already gone through the training. The program pretty much implements itself. Whatever date we have agreed upon for your Reminders Hub to begin, that first date will send out the initial emails to your employees inviting them to take their training. So that date can be changed. Work with your client relations specialist and they will help you to get that set to the date that works for you. And then my information is here, but you should have the information for your client relations specialist. If not, feel free to reach out to me and I will definitely direct you the correct way. But if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to help. We want this to be a very smooth process for you, and we want this to relieve stress from you. We want it to make compliance easier for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions you may have. I thank you for listening to this setup conference call and hope that it provided you with some important information that will be helpful as you begin managing your HCP account. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your compliance relations specialist or to our support team, and we will be happy to assist you. Have a great day.